Welcome to Adventures with Edna. I'm Chris. Chance couldn't be here today, so it's just going to be me again. Today I've got to do a little bit of maintenance on Edna. She needs an oil change, and I want to flush the coolant and add some fresh antifreeze to it. When I had the head off a few weeks ago, I thought there was a little more rust inside the engine than I would like, even though I'm not actually having any heating issues, but why wait till it gets worse? So today, I'm going to run some coolant flush through there, flush everything out. When I broke the bolt off in the head, I felt like a little more crap got down in the engine than I would have liked, so I'm going to run a motor flush through the oil to clean that out. Normally I've never really run any of that stuff before, and I'm kind of a little bit questioning on it, so I'm going to change the oil after I do that, but I'm probably not going to leave that oil in there for very long before changing it again, because I don't kind of worry a little bit about long-term wear and tear by adding that stuff. But I do have a friend who used to be a mechanic who used to swear by that stuff, so I'm going to add that in there, run the engine for a few minutes, and try to get some of that gunk out. Then I'm going to do the radiator flush after that, and then I'm going to add the heater control valve, so I finally have some control over that. So let's get started. Smells like kerosene. Let this run through for about 5 minutes without revving the engine at all or driving it. Alright, that's been 5 minutes. I'm going to have to see if I got to jack this thing up to get the pan under it, because it does sit pretty low. get the oil pan under there, but I can't get me under there. I just made an unbelievable mess by not opening the breather on the oil pan. I'm just going to pretend that didn't happen for now. So Edna has a giant drain plug. I guess that's to kind of help get the extra crap out of there and stuff like that. You can see that she does kind of leak towards the back here, probably a rear main seal, so it looks kind of nasty down here. This is one of the things on my future projects that I want to do. I want to change the oil pan gasket and take that off and clean it up and get it repainted. Probably wait a little closer to spring before I do that, probably around whenever I do the next oil change. I'm going to let that drain a little while longer just to try to get as much of that crap out of there as possible. So normally in this thing I run the Motorcraft heavy-duty diesel oil. It seemed like after a little bit of research I felt like that was the one I wanted to go with. For this oil change I'm doing the Walmart brand diesel oil, just because I'm only going to leave it in there for like a week or two and then change the oil again, so I didn't want to spend the extra money for a temporary oil run. And then also I like to add a quart of Lucas to it too, just to kind of help keep everything well lubed in there. For those of you who want to see the oil mess I made, this is it right here, so I get to clean that up now, so that's awesome. Alright, I got the drain plug back in. Now all I have to do is just put it back on the ground, fill it back up with oil, and we can move on to the cooling system. This oil puddle is really spreading. Alright, so this is the new heater valve that's going to be going in so that I have control inside the cab. This is going to go directly into this line right here. I'm going to have that mounted like roughly about there. I'm going to have to add a little bit of extra hose. I kind of had a problem when I put this valve in, which is the factory one, where it unscrews here, but obviously you can't do that from inside the cab. So when I put it in, it's facing 180 degrees from where it really needs to be going. So that was kind of unfortunate, so I'm going to have to use more hose than I really need. But I got to give it a little bit of berth so that it doesn't pinch the hose. And then I'll send my cable through and attach to this part. And then I'll have heat control. Turn this to try to limit how much of the coolant comes out, which is really pretty much no coolant in here at the moment, which is another reason I'm flushing the system on here. Just to get that cleaned out and then add some fresh antifreeze since we're in the middle of winter right now. That in there, is that going to give it enough slack? Yeah. Don't have to add any extra hose at all. Now I got to figure out where I want the cable to come through. Alright, so here's my cable set up. Get the carpet unbuttoned up here. There we go. Alright, now here is the push-pull cable that I installed previously. I think we'll send it right through this hole here. I have to get myself some grommets to go around here. I also got to plug that hole there back up. But for now, just put the carpet back up, just like that. Which suddenly doesn't want to reach anymore. Alright, cool. Cable still works from inside here. Alright, so we're going to have to shorten the push-pull cable a little bit so that it sits right here. And then that's going to have to wrap around there. So we're going to need the Dremel. Now when you cut these things, you don't want your cable, your inner cable, out of the outer cable, the sheathing or whatever it is you call that. So we'll go back inside the cab and pull that through beyond this point so that when I cut this off so that it fits there, that we still have some cable to attach here. Now this is ideally where you want to do this, is right next to the carburetor. Alright, so now we loosen the clamp. Tighten that down. Got a little bit of slack in there as well, so it's not so tight. That off here for now and see if it actually works. Feels like it's working inside the cab. Alright, so now the way this is set up, heat is off when it's in, full heat when it's out, and just push it in slightly for a little heat or more heat. So that now works great. Perfect. I don't like that little loop I put in. It looks ugly. I might have to play with this a little more. All the oil's in it, it's just the Lucas is slow to put in. Oh yeah, there we go. All full. Go ahead and add the coolant flush. Then we'll go back, top it back off with some water, let this stuff run through there. good. Alright, got everything topped back off, oil's in it, so I'm pretty much done with everything. So now I'm going to deal with this oil mess here. So we're going to take this show on the road, take a quick little drive, get some kitty litter, come back and I'll get all this cleaned up. Alright, so I got to do a little bit of an outro on today's video. I actually got in the truck, took it for a quick drive, went up the road a little ways, and then when I got to the store, I went ahead and did the outro and found out that I stopped recording when I pulled out of the driveway. And so none of that got picked up, and I didn't realize until just now when I was doing the editing that I missed anything. So, I guess that's pretty much it. We got, I got everything cleaned up. I still got to go back, and once the engine cools down a little bit, I'm going to drain the rest of the, or drain the coolant back out, put the new coolant in, get that all topped off, and then that'll pretty much be done for today's project. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. I'll have another video out in a few days, and hopefully Chance will be part of that one as well. So anyway, you guys have a great day, and thank you for watching. This was Adventures with Edna. Thanks.